Welcome to this demo on setting up Docker containers using Docker Compose, Kali Linux, and Ubuntu Metasploitable. In this video, we will connect these containers and use Nmap and Metasploit on Kali to exploit the VSFTPD2 3.4 service. Additionally, we'll install Snort in the Metasploitable container to monitor the attack. Let's get started. Step 1. Install Docker and Docker Compose first. Ensure you have Docker and Docker Compose installed on your machine. You can find installation instructions on docker.com and follow the instructions for your operating system. Step 2. Create the Docker Compose file. Let's create a docker-compose.yml file to set up our containers. Open your text editor and create a new file named docker-compose.yml. Use the following configuration. This configuration sets up both containers with the necessary network and volume settings. Step 3. Start the Docker containers. Next, let's start the containers using Docker Compose. In your terminal, navigate to the directory where you saved your docker-compose.yml file and run. This command will pull the images if they're not already downloaded, and start the containers as defined in the configuration. Step 4. Verify the containers are running now. Let's check that both containers are running. You can check their status by executing. This will show you the status of the Kali and Metasploitable containers. Step 5. Access the Kali container. Next, let's access the Kali container to perform our penetration testing. Use the following command. You are now inside the Kali container. Step 6. Install Nmap and Metasploit in Kali. Let's ensure Nmap and Metasploit are installed, if they're not already present in the Kali image. Step 7. Scan the Metasploitable machine. Now, we can scan the Metasploitable machine for open ports, especially the FTP service. Use this command to perform the scan. This command will show us the services running on the Metasploitable container, including the vulnerable FTP service VSFTPD2. 3.4 Step 8. Open Metasploit console. Next, let's open the Metasploit console from Kali. Type the following command: msf console. This will launch the Metasploit framework. Step 9. Use Metasploit to exploit VSFTPD. Now, we can search for the VSFTPD exploit and set it up. In the Metasploit console, use the following commands. Search VSFTPD. This should list the available exploits for VSFTPD. Select the appropriate exploit. For example, use 0next. Set the target and run the exploit. As you can see, we have now successfully performed a backdoor on the target machine by obtaining the root user. You can check by running the command WOMI. Step 10. Install Snort in the Metasploitable container. Now, let's switch to the Metasploitable container to install Snort and monitor the attack. Open a new terminal and enter. Once inside, install Snort with the following commands. Configure Snort to monitor TCP traffic by editing the local rules configuration file. Use a text editor like nanoadd, a local rule to monitor the FTP port. Add the following line to the rules section. Save the file and exit. Restart Snort to apply the new rules using now. As you execute the exploit from Kali, watch the Snort console for alerts triggered by the attack on the FTP service. Congratulations! You've successfully set up 2 Docker containers using Docker Compose. You've scanned the Metasploitable machine with Nmap, exploited the VSFTPD service using Metasploit, and installed Snort to monitor the attack. Thank you for watching, and happy hacking.